Are you into fitness?
Hi. So I actually have been into fitness since pretty much I could walk. I
Mhm.
am um, the middle between two brothers. So I was
No.
always just, super sporty with them. I kind of had to keep up with the Joneses and, eat as much as them and run around as much as them. So that's kind of how I got into sports and whatnot.
Would you say their level of fitness encouraged you to
Yeah,
get into it?
I
Hmm.
actually think that and now looking back, I've totally realized I was so blessed to grow up having brothers rather than just
Hmm.
running around with a bunch of sisters because I really think that that mentality I can, hang with the boys if I need to.
Hmm.
I kind of understand their language, but at the same time it made me kind of have a tough nature about me.
Hmm.
Um, in a physical sense. So yeah, I would do sports with them. I did sports growing up, and I think that's great for pretty much any kid. I think sports probably teach you growing up more life lessons than, you know, a lot of things at school. So
Right. And how often do you exercise or work out?
So I would say my routine totally varies week by week, which
Hmm.
is, I think, a pretty healthy approach to it.
Hmm.
If you're too legalistic, I think with anything in life, fitness being one of them, then it starts to
Hmm.
get a little unbalanced. So I aim to just do some sort of movement every day, but probably
Hmm.
workout, about 4 times a week. I
Hmm.
try to keep that consistent, but um, it really does change. I couldn't tell you an exact number.
Right. And with your working out and exercise, where do you prefer to work out at? The gym, outside, or at home?
Well, I think that's the beauty of it
Mhm.
because it's something that if you get creative enough, you can really do it anywhere.
Right.
I sometimes I'll literally be in a corner of my room doing something.
Hmm.
Of course, I would prefer to be in a gym that's got stuff that I can lift up, and get stronger. But I'll go for a run even sometimes if I need to. I'll sign myself up for a 5K and I'll
Hmm.
just, it's I think just a matter of being versatile and being able to do a lot of things to keep you healthy.
Right. When exercising and working out, what drives or motivates you?
Hmm. Now that is it's a cool topic because
Uh-huh.
that has also changed so much in the past couple of years. I really, really got into lifting
Hmm.
um, during COVID,
Oh.
because I was at home all the time. I had an apartment gym, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go just get in the best shape of my life.
Uh-huh.
And I probably didn't do it for the right reasons.
Hmm.
But as I've kind of matured in my fitness process, I have honestly just started to kind of crave it.
Hmm.
I if I'm being frank, like I don't really even look in the mirror that much anymore. I'm
Hmm.
just like I do it because it's now just a discipline. It's like brushing my teeth.
Right. Right. You said not doing it for the right reasons. Well, looking back now, aren't you just glad you did it anyway, if even not for the right reasons?
Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
I definitely am, and I think that's probably how it is with a lot of things.
Hmm.
You can look back and realize that you were probably doing something for the wrong reasons, even if it was the right thing. And that's kind of what I did. But it set this discipline for me that I carry into every aspect of life, which I'm like, thank God.
Right. When you feel not so into it and not so motivated to work out, what do you do then?
If I'm not motivated, okay, I'm weird. I
Hmm.
talk to myself, sometimes in the third person,
Uh,
and I will my one of my favorite things to repeat to myself is this one Bible verse from the New Testament, and it says, "The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." And
right.
I say that out loud to myself all the time when I'm like, oh, I would much rather just lay in bed and it's late, it's after work, I'm
Hmm.
exhausted. And then I say that to myself out loud. And then I kind of um I like, oh, Hannah, why are you being like this? Like, come on, get your butt out of bed. Go do this. And I never ever have regretted that. So
Good, good, good. Do you have anyone in your life that supports and encourages you to keep pushing forward in your fitness goals?
um my biggest motivator is probably myself.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I do have a separate Instagram account called at Hannah's Handbook, and that's kind of my fitness outlet, I guess you could say. And that
Hmm.
motivated me. That motivates me to an extent to continue like putting content on there.
Uh-huh.
And I wouldn't say a ton of my friends are actually even into lifting at all. In
Oh, okay.
fact, I'm the one that has to kind of convince them to come with me if they do.
Yeah.
But um, I would say my biggest motivating factor is myself and being able to feel and see the changes.
Right. With your fitness Instagram, it kind of goes in this question where with your fitness Instagram, you could possibly use it to add more material on there. It says, are you constantly looking into new exercises and different workouts, trying to find new things to add to your routine?
Yeah, 100%.
Hmm.
Um, I like to not be good at everything, but
Hmm.
I absolutely love the challenge of being bad at a skill and being and wanting to be good at it.
Right.
So I will do just anything, whether it's calisthenics, whether it's lifting heavy, which I did for a long time until now I have, some joint issues and whatnot. So I've kind of chilled out on the heavy lifting, but
Uh-huh.
I love running, horseback riding, hiking. Um, like I did gymnastics, every
Hmm.
sport in the book. So I just
Wow.
like I think that's being well rounded is my goal.
Right. So you never limited yourself, looked at something at like at a type of workout or anything like that and thought maybe you shouldn't. You always felt like you wanted to try it.
Okay, the one thing I the
Yeah.
one thing that I will never do, and I have no desire to,
Hmm.
is is like marathons and long distance running. That for
Okay.
some
Yeah.
reason is
Yeah.
I'm just I can't bring myself to ever want to do that.
No, no. Yeah. Do you like to switch up your workout routine often?
Oh, for sure. I
Yeah.
think I think that's the best way to do it.
Hmm.
We especially like in this country,
Hmm.
everyone is always burned out on something or another because we really
Yeah.
just push it to the limit, whether it be work,
Yeah.
whether that be partying, like you name it. And I think if you say you go to the gym every single day, you're doing the same thing day in and day out. I mean, maybe you like the fact that there's not a lot of thought put into it. You kind of just get
Hmm.
in, get out. But I think that if you change things up, then it makes you want to go. It makes you want to show up because you're like, oh, this is new. This is not something I'm used to.
Right. You mentioned joint issues a while ago. Have you ever been injured from a workout?
I'm sure back when I was younger and had um, kind of subpar form in
Uh-huh.
some of my lifts, I probably did something to myself. But weirdly enough, I mean, never ever broken a bone, never had surgery. I
Hmm.
have, by the grace of God, just sustained up until now. So,
Right. That's a great thing.
mhm.
What does your family think about the amount of time you dedicate to fitness and exercising?
I think my parents are really proud of the fact that I've stayed consistent with that
Uh-huh.
because it's something that if you know that somebody is very much into fitness and consistently showing up and being disciplined with that,
Hmm.
then um, it really translates into other parts of life because you're not going to, you know, um, be an absolute wreck of a person, but also have the discipline of going to the gym. Like it takes
Hmm.
a very structured individual, I think, to um, be consistent with that.
Right. Are you in a relationship with anyone now?
I'm not.
Okay, because the question to follow that was, if they were supportive of you and your fitness goals. Being that you're not, would you want to find someone that is supportive of you and your level of fitness and your goals with fitness?
That's it's funny you asked that. I was thinking about this earlier today.
Mhm,
um, and 100%,
mhm.
would I mean, I don't think I would be compatible with someone who had no interest whatsoever because
Right.
it like I said, it takes a certain kind of person. So that's someone who just didn't have a lot of drive, lazy.
Mhm.
I could not be compatible with that. I know that already.
Right. Right. With lifting weights, how often do you lift?
Hmm. In the past, I would say 2020 and 2021,
Mhm,
I that was when I probably did the most lifting ever.
mhm.
Um, and I would lift heavy. I mean, I did little to no cardio. I would take a walk every single day, but lifting heavy um, until about 6 months ago, I
Yeah.
kind of chilled out. And now I've been doing a lot more low impact stuff because I've been having some hip flexor problems. I don't
Mhm.
even know why. And so I've chilled out a little bit.
Lifting so heavy back then, what made you go that route of wanting to lift so much back then?
Being able to probably see the transformation physically of being able to see, a muscle start at nothing and
Uh-huh.
you be able to increase weight. Sorry. I kind of lost my voice yesterday. So
Uh,
I'm still recovering from that. But
mhm.
it's it's being able to see, I think, physical muscles come into existence from you just doing something. I think that
Right.
is so cool. And I'm sure that's why a lot of people work out.
Do you prefer free weights or machines when it comes to lifting?
Free weights all day,
Yeah.
every day. Hmm.
Yeah. What's your opinions on machines? Do you like it or do you not like it?
So I guess it depends on the machine we're talking about.
Right. Okay.
I can't stand treadmills, can't stand
Mm,
them.
mhm.
Um, because it's like if you're gonna go on a walk or a run, go outside, like come
Right.
on. But
Right.
with there's machines that I think are super helpful that really help with form, maybe with someone that's not really good with their form. So
Mhm.
it can be helpful.
Right. When you mentioned, like, treadmills and hating it, it just reminded me of myself with treadmills. I feel very limited.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and I'm
right?
sure I'm sure with the machines, with some of the machines, it's kinda limited or constricted in your movement. So,
I don't know how you can, enjoy spending an hour on a treadmill. It's just it's
yeah.
not me. I could never.
Right, right. Do you like having someone with you when you go to lift?
No,
No?
absolutely not. I've tried it.
Yeah.
And it takes longer.
Mhm.
It's usually we're not on the same level. Can't do it.
No. With lifting and your level of fitness, are you on any special diet?
I wouldn't say I am. I definitely aim to get an amount of protein every day, but um, I noticed when I was really, really strict in
Mhm,
2020 with my routine
mhm,
that I was eating a ton and I was shredded. So, now I can't eat that much. I'm like, oh,
mhm,
I can't do that. But it really shows that, the human body really can, we can eat like a high volume of food and still be fit. It's just the food that we're eating. It's just
Right. That's true. True. Do you take any supplements or anything additional to help your body out?
the only thing I take every single day is magnesium
Mhm,
because it just we're all magnesium deficient in this country. And
mhm.
I've been taking that every day for about 4 years, 5 years now. But other than that, I really don't. I try to um, not have, have everything already provided and not have to supplement much.
Right. And what's your favorite body part to work out?
That's changed too.
Yeah.
I would say when I first started out, I was really into working, leg day all the time.
Mm,
Now I have a very, very strained relationship with leg day.
yeah.
Um, I love the look of a strong upper body on
Mhm,
on me, especially because it makes me just feel more confident. My posture is better when I work out my upper body a lot. I'm
mhm,
not hunched over all the time. I'm, shoulders back. So I've really
mhm.
gotten into um, losing that fear of having kind of muscular upper build, that a lot of girls are scared of.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of it at all.
Right. That's good. That's good. And is there any advice you would give to someone who's looking to get into working out, but they just don't know where to start? They feel overwhelmed by all the information out there.
There is a lot of information out there, um, which is good and bad. I
Mhm,
think the biggest thing I wish I would have known going into it is that your input has to equal your output. If you want to build a bigger butt, for instance, you have to
mhm,
be able to eat, you know, an adequate amount of food, protein and stuff. Like you can't run on the treadmill all day and get a completely different physique. It doesn't work like that. Um you have to not be scared to build muscle. And I think a lot of people um are so inundated with high intensity cardio workouts, like, you know, all those boot camps and stuff. You don't
mhm.
need to do that. No one did boot camps in the 1500s, like
Right. Yeah.
people just people were just more active back then. And I think that we're just not active these days, so we feel like we need to, cram every movement of the day into 20 minutes and just kill ourselves. And I
Right.
think that that's that's just, I don't think that's healthy for your mind or for your body. I think it's being, low impact, to not give yourself more of a cortisol spike than we already have in, Western society. So
Right.
just probably that.
Well, thank you for this interview. Thank you for speaking with me. And bye.
Thanks, Michael. I really had fun.